Hello everybody, magandang araw sa inyong lahat and welcome to Master Tagalog and our series ang aking biyahe sa Tagalog. In today's lesson, we will continue our Tagalog journey, but this time taking a different approach and reviewing the root word BIGAY using the variety of verb affixes. For more content like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you are the first to be notified. So let's go. The number one rule when learning Tagalog is that the key to successful communication is the selection of the correct verb and understanding focus. Unfortunately, many students find this a challenge, but in this video we will help you break through that barrier. In previous videos we have introduced you to a variety of verb affixes. We reviewed them individually and I suggest that you check them out again. In this video though, we will review the root word BIGAY, but with a variety of verb affixes so that you can compare, understand and improve your selection of the correct affix and focus. Why do this? Well, Tagalog verbs are typically taught individually and it can be very difficult for beginners to learn and understand the key points of difference. For example,
Ibigay mo iyan sa akin. Bigyan mo ako niyan.
to many beginners they appear to mean the same thing, but there is a difference in meaning. In this video we will help you navigate this challenge. Firstly, let's take a look at the various affixes most commonly used with the root BIGAY. The affix, which has an active focus and means to get broken. The mag affix, which also has an active focus and means to give. The maka affix, which also has an active focus and means to be able to give. The magpa affix, which has a causative focus and means to ask someone to give something. The I affix, which has an object focus and means to give something. The an affix, which has a receiver focus and means to give something to someone. The mae affix, which has an object focus and means to be able to give. The ipa affix, which also has an object focus and means to ask someone to give something. And finally, the pag-in affix, which also has an object focus and means to tell someone to give. Note, whilst these are the most common BIGAY verb affixes, they are used with differing frequency. So now you have the 9 most common verb affixes for BIGAY. Let's step through some comparisons. Firstly, the imperative aspect.
Magbigay ka ng pagkain sa mga aso. You give food to the dogs. Maka, no imperative. Magpabigay ka ng pagkain sa kanya. You ask her to give some food. Ibigay mo ang pagkain sa kanya. You give her the food. Bigyan mo ako ng pagkain. You give me some food. No imperative. Ipabigay mo itong pagkain sa mga mahihirap. Ask someone to give this food to the poor.
By closely comparing each sentence in Tagalog and English, you should be able to understand the difference in usage of each of the verb affixes. Let's keep going. The infinitive aspect.
Mas mabuting magbigay ng pagkain kaysa humingi. It is better to give food than to ask. Kailangan makapagbigay ang gobyerno ng pagkain. The government need to be able to give food. Pwede kang magpabigay kay Marie ng pagkain sa kapitbahay. You ask Marie to give food to the neighbor. Hindi madaling ibigay sa kanila ang mga pagkain. It is not easy to give them the food. Naging masaya ang bata nang bigyan ko ito ng pagkain. The child became happy when I gave him food. Kailangan maibigay ng gobyerno ang pagkain sa lahat ng mga taong nangangailangan. The government should be able to give the food to all the people in need. Dapat ipabigay ng anak ko ang mga pagkain sa pinsan niya. My son should ask his cousin to give the food.
The completed aspect.
Nagbigay ang asawa ko ng pagkain sa mga aso. My husband gave food to the dog. Nakapagbigay na ako ng pagkain sa mga biktima ng bagyo. I have already been able to give food to the victims of the typhoon. Magpa, nagpabigay ang kapitbahay ng pagkain kay Joy para sa mga bata. The neighbor asked Joy to give some food to the children. Ibinigay ng asawa ko sa akin ang pagkain ito. My wife gave me this food. Binigyan ako ng asawa ko ng pagkain. My wife gave me food. Naibigay na ni John sa kanyang anak ang pagkain. John had already given the food to his son. Ipinabigay sa akin ni Roy ang pagkain para kay Rose. Roy asked me to give the food to Rose.
The uncompleted aspect.
Nagbibigay ng pagkain ang gobyerno ngayong pandemya. The government is giving food during this pandemic. Nakakapagbigay siya ng pagkain sa kanyang mga magulang. She is able to give food to her parents. Lagi siyang nagpapabigay ng pagkain para kay Anna. He always has someone give food to Anna. Ibinigay ni Rose ang pagkain sa kanyang anak. Rose is giving the food to her son. Binibigyan niya ako ng pagkain araw-araw. She gives me food every day. Naibibigay niya ang mga gustong pagkain ng kanyang anak. He can give his child the food he wants. Ipinabibigay ng nanay mo sa akin ang pagkain mo. Your mom is asking me to give you your food.
The contemplated aspect.
Magbibigay ako ng pagkain sa kanya. I will give her food. Mamayang gabi pa ako makakapagbigay ng pagkain. I will only be able to give food later tonight. Magpapabigay ako sa kanya ng pagkain para sa anak mo. I will ask him to give food to your child. Ibibigay ko sa asawa ko ang pagkain yan. I will give my wife that food. Bibigyan ako ng asawa ko ng pagkain. My wife will give me food. Maibibigay ko ang pagkain mamaya. I will be able to give the food later. Ipapabigay ko sa kanya ang pagkain para kay Anna. I'll let her give the food to Anna.
Let's now try some nouns using the root BIGAY.
Pagbibigay, giving. Ang pagbibigay ay nakakapagpasaya sa akin. Giving can make me happy. Bigay, something given, gift. Bigay niya sa akin ito. It is his gift to me. Bigayan, exchange, distribution. Ngayon ang bigayan ng regalo. Gifts are exchanged today.
And finally, let's try another form, specifically requests.
Pakibigyan, please give. Focus, receiver. Pakibigyan mo ako ng dyaryo. Please give me a newspaper. Pakibigyan mo siya ng isang baso ng gatas. Please give her a glass of milk. Pakibigay. Please give. Focus. Object. Pakibigay mo sa akin ang dyaryo. Please give me the newspaper. Pakibigay mo sa kanya ang mansanas sa mesa. Please give her the apple on the table.
So there you have it, a comparison of the different verb affixes and nouns using the same root word BIGAY. Remember, the selection of the correct verb affix and focus is the key to successful Tagalog. I hope you'll join us on the next stage of our Tagalog journey, and if you'd like similar content, you should definitely check out our other videos and subscribe. Ingat at salamat po.